Hello, dear onwatchers. How are you? Today I will show you how to modify adjectives. There are genres of music. So techno, do you know what techno is? Techno is a steady beat. Pop is what we hear in the radio, and K-pop is something from K as Korea. How do they make you feel? Not the words, obviously, but when you listen to techno, how does it make you feel? How does pop make you feel? And how does K-pop make you feel? Think a bit about it. Now I'll give you some more adverbs. I will give you a list of adverbs now. A bit, quite, really, very, pretty, incredibly, and totally. I put them in order already. Now, remember what I asked you? I asked you, how does it make you feel? So, we need more adjectives because this is only adverbs, and we will go back to that very question a bit later in the lesson, okay? So, that is our task. We have music genres, and the question is how to use these words to describe how you feel. Therefore, I give you more adjectives, and before we learn how to put these in front of them. So, I know it looks a bit confusing because the adverbs stand on the right, but what I want you to do is to choose one of these adverbs and put it in front of an adjective. So, all these are your list to choose to put in front of motivated, happy, nervous, and relaxed. Caper makes me feel. What's your choice? So you have these 4 choices here and a list of adverbs which can modify each adjective. So from suddenly only 4 choices, you have now much more choice to make the sentence fit what you really feel. K-pop makes me feel pretty annoyed. Annoyed is not there, but I don't listen to K-pop. Techno makes me feel really nervous because of the very steady beat. And pop just makes me feel quite happy. Say the same sentence and change the adverb. How does that feel? How does the meaning change? That's it for here. Did you read the text yet? Is it a great text? Can you feel what I felt when I watched the movie yesterday? Let's read it together. Yesterday I saw a movie with a strong man in it. He also looked good. However, the movie was boring, so time went by slowly and I fell asleep. So, have you made the connection yet? What do I want you to do? Where do adverbs go? Adverbs go in front adjectives. Did you look for the adjectives? Please underline the adjectives in your mind. You can also use a whiteboard marker on your screen. I will help you. We can look at a noun and see that it is described by an adjective. What is the man? He is strong. How strong is the man? You tell me, how strong is the man? Put an adverb of degree right here. Another adjective, which actually is also about the man. He looked good. Well, how good did he look? How handsome, how strong did he look? You tell me. However, the movie was boring. Is there an adjective in there? Yes, there is. Boring. How boring was the movie? So time went by slowly and I fell asleep. Another chance. I will read it again now and I will leave a blank in front of each adjective. Please, you fill in the blank with one of the adverbs of your choice. Yesterday I saw a movie with a strong man in it. He also looked good. However, the movie was boring. So time went by slowly and I fell asleep. Now I will give you my solution of the words, but that doesn't mean that any other of the words are wrong. It's just what I chose in the beginning. But let's see, maybe you chose the same ones. I saw a movie with an incredibly strong man in it. Incredibly. How many syllables does that have? 4 syllables. And the second one is stressed. Incredibly. I don't know if that confuses you, but I usually make bubbles over the syllables. So we make incredibly. So I added a new word in front of strong, which starts with an I, so we have a vowel in the beginning of a word in front of an article, so we have to change that into an. Just a short revision, we have to do that. So we can rush the speech. An incredibly strong man. We can all connect it together. You can practice that aloud. When you practice speech, you should practice this aloud. With an incredibly strong man. With an incredible, all together, with an in, with an in, with an in, with an in. Please do that. With an incredibly strong man. You could also choose any other of these adverbs. Not a bit. With a bit strong man would be wrong. So let's look at the next sentence. He also looked really good. Really, as it's just like very, yeah? These words in the middle are all quite alike. Quite, really, very, and pretty. They are very, very close together. He also looked really good. However, the movie was quite boring. Now here I give you the other choice, which I didn't write here. Terribly. If something annoys you or is very difficult to bear, to stand. If something is very difficult to stand, you want to fall, it is difficult to be normal. So, however, the movie was terribly boring. There is a big difference between quite boring and terribly boring. Can you feel that? If you do so, you are already very good. So time went by really slowly, very slowly. And I felt asleep. Now look at the text. And even better is how it sounds. Yesterday I saw a movie with an incredibly strong man. He also looked really good. However, the movie was terribly boring. So time went by very slowly and I fell asleep. It is not only for reading it, but for your writing skills. These adverbs are giving you much, much more choice in how your text sounds and what feelings you can convey. So remember my intro from the music. Music is very strongly connected to feelings, and the more feeling you have in a written text, the easier the reader will remember. Yesterday I saw a movie with an incredibly strong man. He also looked really good. However, the movie was terribly boring. So time went by very slowly and I fell asleep. All these sentences are about music and bands and how they make you feel. Do you want the choices? Do you already remember some of the adverbs? I'll give you the choices. It is good for your brain. It has a steady rhythm. That sounds boring. They're good to listen to before an exam. They help me get focused. I find it distracting. They're powerful. So all the subject pronouns here can be band names or a CD, an album title, or even a song title. So I wish I knew a song title of a K-pop song which is famous, so we could use it instead of the pronoun here, except of I for sure. Any difficult expressions there. I don't need to even give you the solution, because anything what you choose is correct. It is, here I gave you a hint, extremely. It's extremely good for your brain. What music does it have a steady rhythm? Techno music, all beat-oriented pop music. It has a very steady rhythm. That sounds quite boring, a bit boring, very boring. They are very good to listen to for an exam. You can't use terribly here, because the next word is good. It can't mean the opposite. They help me get extremely focused. And here we should use one of the words which I gave you with a star before, because it sounds better. So I repeat, they help me get extremely or very is okay. A bit focused to study. There is no a bit focused, whether you're focused or not. I find it a bit distracting and incredibly powerful, very powerful, all goes here. Okay, after doing some text work, which will help you in your writing, I have a little gimmick for you, which you will enjoy for sure. There are many books out there who have already realized, publishers, books, course books, which have realized that there need to be more online activity. So Touchstone is a series for young adults or adults to start English in 4 books, yeah? And they have an online arcade. So I will show you today how you can use it. And I went to the menu and chose already the right activity. I'll show you later how to choose different activities, but let's do this first as it matches our topic. As always, it is so important to read the instructions and understand them. Unscramble, un is a prefix, scramble, so make the mess clean. Clean up the mess. Unscramble the sentences, the sentence. Adverbs before adjectives and adverbs in general, unscramble the sentence. So we have the activity and again the description. So you see 4 words, or as my best friend is one, we say chunk. So you see words and a chunk. Can you make it into a sentence? This works drag and drop, so they don't say how to do it, but it works with drag and drop. So let's agree that the adjective goes in the back, and now everybody should know that the adverb completely goes in front of the adjective, and obviously my friend is the subject. So, my friend is completely honest. Is that correct? I won't check the answers, but I should be able to click on this here. No, I can't. Check the answers. It's correct. So let's read together. My best friend is completely honest. Very works. Pretty isn't any good anymore. If you say pretty to somebody, pretty honest, then he's not completely honest, and sometimes they lie. That wouldn't be too nice to say. Next, we click this little play button, and again, some people very think unfriendly. Where do we start? Up to you. You have maybe two verbs here, but don't be confused. Think is the main verb, so can he's be the verb? He's think? No. So some people think that he is, they left this out here, that he is very unfriendly. This is a bit tricky now, because you might think unfriendly is an adverb because of the ly. It is not. In this case, very describes the adjective unfriendly. Is that correct? Can you confirm? The system tells me I'm correct. Some people think he's very unfriendly. Let's go ahead. The verb is clear as well. My sister is disorganized. How disorganized is she? She's totally disorganized. Completely disorganized. Generous person is the object. You is the subject. Go. If you are sitting at your keyboard now and you want to go there yourselves, please remember if you go to Touchstone Arcade, it's level 3, unit 1. I'll show you later how to get there again. And is it correct? You are an incredibly generous person. My teacher wonderful absolutely is. Come on. And is anybody cringing at the moment? Do you see what I did wrong? I put the absolutely, the adverb, not directly in front of the adjective. Therefore, I get a wrong, which shows me the X. My best friend is completely honest. So basically I'm rushing through this a bit now because I want you to play and not play myself. So after the last task, you will get the possibility. Is that correct? That woman is extremely talented. Oh, I got a praise, I am excellent, and now I can show you that you can even print this out for your teacher. We have a summary of what we did, and we see that I had 5 right and 1 wrong, score of 83%. If you do many activities on this website, it will all get together here. So how to get to that? You just type into Google Touchstone Arcade. And the first link is your link to go. And it is pretty vast because it is 4 books. And after the trailer or the intro, you have here the 4 books to choose from and all the units. It is not easy to find exactly what you want to practice, but just look around. You find something fun. If 1 is too easy, 2 is too easy, go to the upper books. If that is too difficult, start lower. And I believe we have been in unit 1, in unit 1 of the level 3 book. So if I go back, I find it in unit 1 of the level 3 book. And I see adverbs before adjectives and adverbs. Before there was another preview loaded which was not the same. So that's the activity we did, and I would like you to do that at home. And why don't you mail me your results? The mail address should be somewhere on this site. Have a good day. Thanks. Bye.